Hi. You're always the first one. I can tell. Yes, I pretty much only do it while I'm live, so I only have like a few hours into it. I think I have like 5 hours or so into making this. I just haven't been going live for very often. I used to go all the time. So it typically would have been done by now, but I've been slacking on going live. So it's probably been like 2 months on my loom. But I'm nowhere near done. Good, good. How are you? Thank you. I like it too, I just haven't been really doing it much. I like everyone being able to see, like, you know, the whole process too. Hi, Kuzi. Fairly big. I have 3 cakes of yarn for it, so it should be pretty big. I didn't shut my craft room door, so my cat and my dog are in here. So if you hear them running around, that's why. Thank you. Thank you. I love the colors. Here, I'll show you. Before it was kind of hard to explain what I was meaning by when you skip a loop, there's edges to your blanket when it wasn't very long. But see, I skipped this peg, no yarns on it. So this is one edge, and this will be the other edge. So it's gonna be 60 inches wide. I'm loom knitting a throw blanket. I don't know if that helped at all. I heard that from somewhere, I don't know, but the first time I heard it, I died. I was like, who says that? Like, well, I mean, I could, but this is, all the colors are just incorporated in the yarn. So it makes it easy for me. This is a blanket. I've messed up a few spots, so I'm glad that it's just for me. Like, I don't know what's going on, but I have a feeling there's gonna be some holes in this blanket. Yeah, I'm just doing the regular E-wrap. Typically on this loom, I don't like trying to do any of the other stitches just because you have to move it around so much. The pegs are so close together, and but you definitely can. Oh wow. It is almost 11 a.m. for me. Thank you. Yes, it's 10:52 a.m. for me. Right? What the? Did I forget to do this? This blanket's gonna be full of mistakes. Oh well. Yes, thanks for joining. Why is there black yarn in this? All this yarn is tangled. I hate that. There's like black yarn in it. I don't know why. Like maybe it's in a box so I don't get a ton of dog hair on it. So maybe there's black yarn I threw in there. Obviously there has to be, but it's Lion Brand Cover Story. It comes in like huge bundles, which I love. But my Joann's, at least, and my Walmart does not sell it, so I had to buy it all online, which was kind of a bummer. A lot of people think that. I feel like that's all my TikTok channel is. Not my YouTube, but my TikTok is all just people liking the ASMR of it. Here, people actually want to learn, which I really like. I don't understand how it gets so tangled up when it's just sitting in a box. Like, how is it getting so tangled? And where did this black yarn come from? Just gonna break it. I actually have no loom projects planned. Probably just another blanket. But yeah. It's pretty much the only project I loom knit is blankets. Crochet, on the other hand, I think I just did my first tapestry crochet project, which was pretty fun. So I bet you it's gonna be another one. I usually do, but, because I have a yarn winder, but it comes in like almost 600 yard cakes, and so my yarn winder won't. I'd have like 50 small bundles. I don't know where my hook went. Good morning. I think my next project will probably be for my brother. Like 3 years ago, I started making a 9-tailed fox for him from Naruto. Never finished it. And he makes fun of me for it all the time, so I might make him like a tapestry one. if that makes sense. I am making a throw blanket. I messed up right here. I don't know if you can see it. And there's definitely going to be a hole there. I don't know what I did. Or if I like broke the yarn and didn't tie it back together or something, but there's definitely a hole. Watch when I go to wash it. The first time it just all unravels. I would be so mad. I'd throw away my loom. Just kidding. I also broke the yarn here and had to tie it. I usually don't ever really end up with holes anymore, but that's what I get. It is Imperial Bee Creations. I don't have any blankets on there, if that's what you were going to look. I don't really sell my blankets on Etsy. I pretty much just give them away to my friends and family because the shipping is outrageous. I think I sold like 1 or 2 of my blankets, and I was always shocked because the shipping was like almost the same price as the blanket. I thought it was outrageous. I wasn't gonna be charging people that. Oh. Well, typically there's a reason you have a hole, like you skipped a peg, you broke your yarn, didn't tie it together. And so you can usually fix it, but for some reason I must have like just not noticed and didn't tie it together. That was the first thing I made other than a blanket or a headband, was scrubbies. Hi, Kuzi. My cat's probably gonna jump up here. He's got so big. I'm making a throw blanket. Come on. Hi. Royal, you can leave him alone. He's being a good boy. Oh, nice. What kind of yarn do you use for your scrubbies? In the video, it looked like I was gonna spill it all over the blanket. I used, what was it? I haven't made one in such a long time. It was like actual like scrubby. It is Folgers. It's my favorite kind. I used like scratchy, scrubby yarn from Hobby Lobby. Oh, nice. I do craft shows. Typically like around holiday season. So I usually do the most craft shows around Thanksgiving and Christmas. I'm making a throw blanket. I actually love doing craft sales. I think it's just so fun. For my craft sales, I actually don't do anything but crochet for them. I make like plushies and stuff. Oh, you can't really see them. I thought you could see them in the background. I make like those. I feel like people see, oh, it's a, I don't know, it's an expensive baby blanket. Why would I buy this and not just go and spend $10 at Walmart? So it's kind of like one of those things people don't see the value in, I guess, which I don't blame them. So I typically just make those plushies because everyone likes plushies. This is going to be a throw blanket. Thank you. I am not very good at knitting. I can make like a tiny little square and it took me hours and hours and hours. My favorite color is actually the yellow that's in this. It's like a pastel yellow. And pink. $24. Gonna be 25 this year. So old. Oh, wow. I can't imagine. I typically only go to like 2 or 3 shows. And by my last show, I'm like, oh, I'm so glad this is the last one. I love doing it, but it does just get exhausting, like packing up and interacting with so many people. And I'm also not a people person though. But I sell the most stuff at one show than I typically do all year on Etsy. So there's pros and cons. Making a throw blanket. I have actually. I just showed a giraffe. I almost said elephant. This is my favorite thing I make. I think it's so adorable. I love the yarn. Are you talking about like plushies and stuff? I think it's fairly easy, but everyone learns at different paces, so it could be easy for me and super hard for someone else, so I don't like saying if things are easy. I have used that before. I like it. I actually wish that they had a better color variety because that's the only yarn I would use. Well, actually I lied. I really like brunette velvet. I like velvet yarns. I'm making a throw blanket. Currently trying to untangle. I do. I typically crochet more, not typically, I do crochet more than what I loom knit. I hate untangling. Hi. This is gonna be a flat panel. If that's like an actual stitch, I have not used it. I've only used like 3 or 4 stitches on here, and I don't even remember what they were because now I pretty much just do the basic E-wrap. I'm 24. I wouldn't necessarily say crocheting's easier because this is so repetitive that once you get the hang of it, it's so easy. Crocheting, you have to count, you have to make sure you're, you know, not dropping stitches, all sorts of things. Yes, I do. Right, it's so nice. This was the first thing that I learned actually when using yarn was looming, so it was a good like step into learning other things. It must be like towards the end of this cake. So it typically starts falling apart, the shape of the cake, which then makes it all tangled. This is going to be a flat panel. This is an Afghan loom. That is pretty much just what I do, is the E-wrap. But I don't connect, I don't put yarn on this one, so there's clear edges. Oh my gosh. Here's one edge of the blanket, here's the other. So it'll be 60 inches wide. This is so difficult. I don't know why it's being like this. With this yarn, it definitely does roll up in the beginning, but by the time that I'm finished, it's flat. Now I have used other yarn, which then I have to block it, or washing it helps too. Or you can do a purl stitch for like the first row or two. A purl stitch is basically you do the same thing, except for you're putting your yarn in the front. What, Royal? And not the back, if that makes sense. It's more time consuming. Why are you whining? What's wrong? So sweet. Oh, are you coming up here? If you're actually doing it pretty consistent, then it'll take a few weeks. But I am not very consistent with doing it, so it takes me a long time. You're so sweet. Okay, watch out. Oh my, look, your brother's right here. My dog's name is Royal. Oh my goodness, this is taking so long. Thank you. Knots make me so mad. At that point, cut out the knot. I can't imagine. Cozy. My cat is sleeping right next to me, and I'm surprised he's not trying to get the yarn. A llama? I love that. I'll show you my cat because I don't want to be untangling this anymore. And then I'll probably just get off because I don't want to untangle no more. He has 2 different color eyes. He's so sweet. Mm-hmm. He's like, why did you wake me up? He immediately went back to his spot. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, cozy. He's such a good cat. Okay, I think I am gonna get off of here because I don't want to untangle yarn no more. I am gonna start going live more often. More often, how often? I don't know. I'm gonna try like 2 times a week at least. I was going live every single day for like a few months, and so I think that I just burnt myself out on that. And I like rarely go now. But I'm gonna try like once or twice a week. Okay, see you guys next time.